Welcome to Dream About Authentic. I'm Crash, and in this episode I want to show you my gift to the workshop, because the workshop has a reason to celebrate. He's 1 year old. Welcome to the workshop. Many things have happened in the last 1 year. I didn't make many videos. But if you think I haven't used the workshop, you are cruelly mistaken. There is always something to nail, weld, screw, cut, etc. That's why it's very dear to me. I start with this pile of tools, which I will arrange like a puzzle. I choose a suitable board and start. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to do it. This way you will help develop the channel. I want to make a sign which will stand as a background. And what better sign for a workshop than the one which the letters are written by instruments. I throw everything on the table and I turn on my imagination. I wanted to say workshop. But the gap between I want and I will is big. At least I know how I'm going to write them. I think it turned out great. Give your opinion in the comments. What will the sign be if it's not lit? You know I am a fan of LED lighting. Outrageous, batteries not included. Whatever. I will outline the letters so I can start preparing the board. Later I decided to paint the board in black, and that lost its meaning. But why not? I have time to lose. I plan to smooth out the end of the board to obtain a finished look. Notice how nice become the edge of the board. A little sanding to smooth it out the roughness. And this is when I decided the board to be black. I decided to paint it with the sponge to get some interesting effect. I used a leftover paint from old projects. It is difficult to paint this way, and the chance to paint myself more than the board is high. The effect of burnwood was obtained. I arranged the letters again, and we'll start with the LED strip. To get a more decent letter, I will cut part of the matter. Nice. I will put the LED strip under the letters. It will not be an easy task. The tape doesn't allow large bending, and the cable should be behind the board. I will use these nuts to distance the letters from the board. The openings through which the cables will pass through will be behind the letters, so they wouldn't be noticeable. I will fasten the letters with screws. The screw will also pass through the nut. But first, I will fix the LED strips to the letters. Here is the first hole. It must be big enough to pass the LED connector. Like I said, it's a little hard to bend the LED strip. I hope I didn't break it somewhere. I cut the LED strip and solder a connector at the new end. In some places the LED strip came off, so I had to glue it extra. I carefully drilling only the matter without reaching the board. It's time for the first test, to check if everything is okay. What I hold in my hands is the controller of the LED. It is usually part of the kit. It works. Now there is 7 letters left. I'm tired. I think it's time to rest. I'm done putting the letters. It took me longer than I expected. I will use 5-core cable to connect all the letters. With the right tool in hand, it's not a difficult task. As you notice, I cut out the connectors, because they were causing problems. They didn't make a good connection and the LEDs didn't work properly. So I decided to use soldering as an alternative. But I will need some time for preparation. I use the principle of connecting color by color, that is black with black, green with green, and so on. It's time to solder with my little soldering iron. I will use hot glue to insulate the cables from each other. And also I will stick the main cable to the board. In some project the hot glue is my number one. Everything is isolated and firmly glued to the board. Here is the sign. It's turned out quite spectacular. I put in a lot of work, but it's worth it. As a finale, I decided to hang the board, so I put a chain. Using a bolt and nut, I will fix the chain to the board. This will be the science place. Looks suitable. Wait to see it in the dark. Don't forget to like and share the video. This will help for the future of the channel. Thanks! That's from me for this video. I hope you like it.